Picture this. You reach into your wallet at the grocery store checkout, and your EBT card, your absolute lifeline to essential food assistance, is just gone. I know, the panic sets in instantly. But look, take a deep breath. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to transform that sudden panic into a super clear, totally hassle-free guide so you can regain access to your Florida benefits immediately.
So, the absolute very first thing we have to talk about is the urgency of this situation. Why do you need to act right this very second? Well, if your card is lost or stolen, any unauthorized person who finds it and happens to know or even guess your PIN can start spending your SNAP funds right away. And here's the harsh reality. If someone spends those funds before you deactivate the card, the state usually cannot replace that stolen money. The clock is ticking, but you absolutely have the power to stop it.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. EBT basics and first steps. 2. Reporting and requesting. 3. Timelines and challenges. 4. Ensuring a smooth process. 5. Safeguarding benefits. And 6. Resources and disclaimer.
Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, EBT basics and first steps.
For anyone who might be kinda new to navigating this whole system, EBT stands for Electronic Benefits Transfer. In Florida, your EBT card, which is often called the Access Card, acts exactly like a prepaid debit card. It's that vital physical tool you swipe at grocery stores, superstores, and even a lot of local farmers markets to use your SNAP or temporary cash assistance funds. Because it functions literally just like cash when you're standing in line, treating it with the exact same top-tier security as your bank debit card is absolutely crucial. All right, here are the exact triage steps you need to take the literal second you realize that card is missing. Step 1, don't panic. You've got tools to fix this. Step 2 is the big one. Lock the card immediately. If you use the EBT Edge mobile app at the My Access online portal, you can log in and temporarily freeze your EBT card right on your screen. That instantly blocks any access at a store or ATM. And then step 3, check your current balance right away to see if any unauthorized transactions have already sneaked through.
Moving along to Section 2, reporting and requesting a replacement.
Grab a pen because this is the most important number you can have right now, 1-888-356-3281. That's the official Florida EBT customer service number. You call this to officially report the card as lost, stolen, or damaged and get your replacement rolling. The moment you report it through this channel, the vendor permanently kills that old card, totally securing your account.
Now, you do have a choice in how you report this. You can call that number and speak to a real human, which is great, unless you happen to call during peak hours and get stuck listening to elevator hold music forever. On the flip side, Florida's digital pathways are fantastic. By using the My Access portal or the EBT Edge app, you've got 24/7 control. You can instantly freeze the card without waiting on hold, which is a real game changer if you're sure the card is gone for good. A super common worry for beginners here is the cost. Are they going to charge me for a new card? Well, while some states do charge a small replacement fee, it's generally very affordable, usually under $5. But here's the huge relief. You do not have to pay this fee out of pocket in cash. If they do charge a fee, it just gets deducted straight from your current food stamps or cash balance. So you definitely won't be scrambling for physical cash during an already stressful day.
All right, Section 3, navigating timelines and challenges.
We need to manage expectations here. Getting a new EBT card is not an overnight magic trick. Florida typically takes an average of 3 to 5 business days just to process the replacement on their end. And remember, that is before the card even hits the mail system. Once it's finally processed, you have to tack on standard postal delivery times. So realistically, you've got to prep for a window of time where you won't have physical access to those benefits.
And during that waiting period, a few hurdles can definitely pop up. You might hit busy phone lines when you first try to call. You could face postal delays because of holidays or, our famous Florida afternoon thunderstorms and hurricane seasons. Another massive bottleneck is having an outdated mailing address on file, meaning your new card gets sent to your old apartment. And sometimes they might just need to verify your ID. So if the card doesn't show up in exactly 3 days, don't panic. These variables happen all the time.
Let's move to Section 4, ensuring a smooth process.
When you do reach out to customer service, be fully prepared. Have your ID and account info ready to go. But the absolute most critical step you can take, and I seriously cannot stress this enough, is to verbally confirm your exact current mailing address with the agent before you hang up. Include your apartment number. If you've moved recently, the system might default to your old place. Also, do yourself a favor and use your My Access account to track the status of your replacement so you don't have to keep calling back. Now, I have to give you a very important heads up. Federal regulations technically allow you to request an unlimited number of replacement EBT cards. However, if you're requesting multiple replacements in a really short time frame, this system flags that. To the state, it looks like a preliminary indicator of EBT card fraud, like trafficking, where people illegally swap benefits for cash. Too many fast requests will trigger an investigation into your account, so treat that new card like gold.
Section 5. Safeguarding your future benefits.
When that brand new card finally arrives in your mailbox, you'll activate it and set up a new PIN. This is rule number 1. Never ever share your PIN with unofficial sources or let friends borrow your card. Make a solid habit of checking your balance and transaction history on the EBT Edge app so you can catch anything weird immediately. Keep the card stored securely, and honestly, it's always a smart idea to keep a little emergency cash or backup pantry staples on hand just in case you ever get stuck waiting on a replacement again.
Okay, this is the part where everyone usually breathes a massive sigh of relief. What actually happens to the money that was on the missing card? Listen, as long as you reported the card and locked it before a thief could swipe it, your remaining funds are totally safe. The money isn't literally stuffed inside that piece of plastic, it's stored centrally in your state account. So, the moment your new card is activated, all your untouched funds will be right there, automatically transferred and ready for you to use.
Finally, Section 6, Additional Resources and Disclaimer.
Look, if technology is failing you, the phone lines are hopelessly jammed, or you just can't get into the online portals, you have a solid backup plan. Physically visit a local Florida Department of Children and Families office for face-to-face help. Also, if you check your balance and realize, oh no, benefits were actually stolen before I could lock it, you need to file a police report with your local law enforcement. And don't forget, community legal services are out there if you run into messy hurdles regarding your actual eligibility.
While we love putting together these structured guides for you, I do need to get a quick disclaimer. Government procedures, those little fees and processing timelines, they absolutely update and shift over time. So always cross-reference your specific situation with the official Florida DCF website at myflfamilies.com. You want to make sure you're operating with the most current, rock-solid policy information for your exact case.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. I want to leave you with one very provocative question. Are your benefits locked and secure right this very second? Because if your card is missing and you haven't frozen it yet, your single priority the second I stop talking is to pick up your phone, take control, lock it down, get your new card processing, and keep your family's benefits safe. Thanks for learning with me today.